Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, retrieve the film canister our informant hid in Spookmate Keith before he died. It contains vital information on Skullface's plan. For now, our only clue is the garbled photograph the informant tried to send us before the end. We're working on analyzing the data, but there's no time to wait. A KGB Spetsnaz squad is after the target as well. Boss, go to Spookmate Keith and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated. Our map has been updated. Presence detected. The map has been updated. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Enemy presence detected. You have arrived at your destination.
Roger that.
Spit it out.
Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's hiding place should be clear as day. Check your iDroid. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Contact at Mother Base.
This is P21. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Warning.
Mission complete, boss. Good. You captured it alive. It's a pretty rare animal you caught.
Side ops list
Boss,
updated.
I've updated the mission list.
Mission list
We received a
updated.
new job offer. The details are on your iDroid.
Clouds approaching. Please specify a project. Please select a mission.
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We received a new job offer.
Clouds.
The details are on your iDroid.
Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, the Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Sin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Sin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target. Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand. He's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated. Development complete. Extraction arrived at the
That's the Sin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Analysis complete. Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination.
Talk.
Great. I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right.
The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him?
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him?
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Clouds approaching.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Intel file obtained.
You got an intel file. Unfortunately, there's nothing new in it.
Marker placed.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete.
КП-1, кто же украл наши ресурсы? Положил нас на базе противник. Жду указаний. Прием. Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность и найти нарушителя. Конец связи.
Damn it! The mission's a failure.
traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Great. I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him? Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination. Clouds approaching. Intel file obtained.
You got an intel file. Unfortunately, there's nothing new in it.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
КП-21. Кто забрал наши ресурсы? Похоже, у нас на базе противник. Жду указаний. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Усилить безопасность и найти нарушителя. Конец связи.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить сеть питания. КП, это Дмитрий-3. Оборудование повреждено. Похоже, это атака врага. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Немедленно проверить и сдать оперативную сводку. Конец связи. Сектор, ничего не нашли. Отзываем поиск. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи. КП, это Дмитрий-9. У нас зацепление. Возможен вражеский саботаж. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Усилить безопасность.
You gotta extract him.
Конец связи. КП, это Дмитрий-3. Наши припасы были похищены. Возможно, на базе лазутчик. Жду указания. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Последующие потери неприемлемы. Держите руководство. Конец связи.
He's coming too. Roger that.
КП, это Зой-1. У нас проблемы. Усиливаем охрану. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Смотрите в оба. Конец связи.
You gotta extract him.
КП, это Зой-1. У нас задымление. Возможно, вражеский саботаж. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Усилить безопасность. Конец связи.
You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Boss, you've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
КП, понял. Оставайтесь на чеку. Конец связи.
Mission info has been updated.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить сеть питания. КП, это злой 1. Оборудование разрушено. Саботаж со стороны врага. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Немедленно все осмотрите. Конец связи. КП, это злой 6. У нас проблемы. Усиливаем охрану. Прием.
Marker placed.
Это КП. Понял. Ищите подозрительные. Конец связи.
Weather will clear shortly.
Their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now.
Mission failed, boss.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. You have arrived in your destination.
Кто-то украл наши ресурсы. Положу нас на базе противник. Жду указаний. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Усилить безопасность. Инициируй нарушителя. Конец связи.
He's coming too. Roger that.
КП-1. Кто-то украл наши ресурсы. Положу нас на базе противник. Жду указаний. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Всем боевым группам проверить окрестности. Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
КП, это злой один! Кто спал наше добро? Скорее всего, на базе лазутчик. Мне заняться его поисками? Прием! Это КП, понял. Последующие потери неприемлемы. Держите ухо востро. Конец связи. КП, это злой один! Атакуем с неизвестной позиции! Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкрутите врага. Конец связи. Наши припасы были похищены. Возможно, на базе лазутчик. Жду указания. Прием! Это КП. Понял. Усилить безопасность и найти нарушителя. Конец связи. КП, это 06. У нас проблемы. Усиливаем охрану. Прием! Это КП. Понял. Будьте максимально осторожны. Конец связи. КП-1. Кто-то украл наши ресурсы. Положу нас на базе противник. Жду указаний. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Всем боевым группам проверить окрестности. Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи. КП, это 1. Мы осмотрели сектор, ничего не нашли. Отзываем поиск. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Оставайтесь на чеку. Конец связи.
You've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run. Nice work. You never cease to amaze, boss.
Всем боевым группам, это кафе. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить все детали. Всем боевым группам, это кафе. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить все питание.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Mother base is now in the red. Weather will clear shortly.
Mission failed, boss.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Unit dispatched. Extraction arrived at Mother base.
coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him?
Marker placed. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gonna extract him? Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run. Extract him. Nice work.
Mission info has been updated.
Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить сеть питания.
Weather will clear shortly. Outpost captured.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Has infiltrated our map has been updated. Mother base is now in the red. The map has been updated.
destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Helicopter requested.
This is P21. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P21. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only. The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order. Good. You captured it alive.
Mission list updated. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Development project has been added. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please specify a project. Please select a landing zone. Deploying. Detected. The marker placed.
Be careful down there, boss. That's the target. I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss.
Please select a landing zone. Side op completed.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Arrived at Mother Base.
Good dog. Good dog.
Marker removed. Please select a landing zone.
This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. On station at
Star
LZ.
assigned.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Good. You captured it alive.
Side ops list updated. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
Welcome home, boss.
Oh, Snake! What is it, Snake? Chico. I wonder what he thinks of me. I have not seen him lately. Maybe he is angry. There is something I am hiding from Chico. Or I thought there was. It was. And then No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace. I am a student. My head. It hurts.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is P-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. On station at LZ.
Please select a mission.
Gaining altitude.
Unit dispatched. Please select a mission.
We gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea. The man in charge of that facility has been severely punished. But ever since, the kids have been acting strange. It's obvious they've lost their trust in adults. I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act. They snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off base. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us. Snake, you remember the White Mamba? Of course, he's been going by Eli since we brought him on base. He was the leader of the child soldier unit we took out of that village and into our protection. Well, according to the kids you brought back here, all the escapees were especially close to Eli. There's reason to suspect he's behind all 6 escapes. We've already detained him. I'll be questioning him shortly.
Wait. You'll be?
Ocelot.
You're incapable of taking an impartial stance with those kids. Question them all you want. It'll get you nowhere.
Ocelot, you get too many kicks from your art of interrogation.
It's not a matter of art. It's about quick, minimal strokes of psychological warfare. That's what gets the answers. And it's the best way to keep both questioner and subject safe. The risks only increase the more an interrogation drags on. At that point, it causes as much pain to the inflictor as the inflicted.
Like I said, too many kicks.
What I'm trying to tell you is we need quick results. Otherwise, it'll be too little, too late.
I know that.
And besides, I know the subject. I won't go overboard with a kid.
Forget it. You're not needed. Snake, we'll want to question the other kids too. Be sure to bring them all back. Snake, about the escaped children. Eli confessed. The way he tells it, they wanted to go back to the battlefield. Don't rob them of their freedom, he said. If you bring them all back, there will be consequences. Next, he'll be asking for our surrender.
Consequences? What consequences?
No idea. That's all I have for now.
You're too attached to those kids. Stop protecting Eli.
Listen to yourself.
Let me question him, and we'll get some real answers.
Not necessary. I'll report as and when.
Boss, we found weapons in the children's section of the living quarters. As you know, weapons are strictly off limits. We've got some rule breakers. The weapons we found were handmade. Blades ground out of knives and forks, a couple of bow guns built out of scrap, and explosives made using detergents. And get this, the explosives were tightly packed with nails. The kids put the blame on, you guessed it, Eli. I guess that's what he meant by consequences.
I questioned him about it, but this time he claimed they want to be put out on missions. Send us to the battlefield, he says.
Miller, enough is enough. You've protected him too much already. It's my turn to question him.
Protected?
What Eli's doing is issuing a threat. Comply with my demands or I'll respond with force. But it'll be war at this rate. Forks and soap aren't gonna kill us, but some of them will end up dead. Is that what you want? Now, I hate to say it, but they want to be on the battlefield. It's time you gave up this fantasy.
Eli, he said they'd rise up against us if we bring the last kid back.
There, you see? Ignore his demands. Don't let him return to quarters. That attitude is contagious. We'd lose control over them for good.
For the time being, we've confiscated those handmade weapons. We're bumping up security and the number of psychiatric counselors. As for Eli...
He needs some very special care.
You mean solitary?
Well, we can't leave him in contact with the other kids. If you won't do it, I will. Boss, keep working on extracting those kids.
The kids you brought back to base have laid out the situation. They all escaped to each of their home villages, or were trying to get home, and lost their way. Not that homesickness is gonna explain everything we've seen.
Each of their home villages? They were trying to raise troops for the rebellion.
You really think these kids have an armed uprising in them?
You read the report of the security team member who had a rock thrown at him. There'll be a riot if we don't do something. And Miller, this is because you didn't act fast enough.
Fine. I'll admit you were right this time.
Seal off the kids' quarters from outside contact before it's too late.
All right.
Eli said his rebellion would start when the last kid is brought back, right? You better be ready to meet him head on if it really happens.
Yeah.
You should have left it to me in the first place.
Boss, they're just We have a responsibility to see that those kids make it. It's not about feeling protective or the pros and cons. I hate kids. That's exactly what I heard from the people who raised me. People who abandoned me, more like. That's the spark that kept me going, you know? I wanted to show those adults what I was made of. Wanted to get back at them one day. But before I knew it, I was all grown up. Never saw it coming. All of a sudden, people treated me as an adult. Some adult I turned out to be. But I feel like if my life had been different, if the adults I knew had been different, I could have grown up better. Yeah, that's it, all right. I wanted to use those kids to test that theory. That's all this was. From their point of view, I'm no different from the assholes who gave me a hard time. When this is all blown over, I'll talk it out with them. If that's still possible. Boss, there are still kids out there. Bring them back safe.
Boss, it's me. Eli's revealed what he wants. He wants to speak with you. With Big Boss. He just said, bring my father here. Eli's too smart for his own good. No way to tell what he's thinking. All we know for sure is his men are important to him. That means we can use the escaped kids as leverage in any negotiation. Once you've brought the last one back, I'll interrogate him. If the kids do rise up, we'll meet them full force. End of story. I didn't want things to turn out like this. We could have prevented it, but it's too late now. If Eli means to take this all the way, he's gonna force us to do the same. Boss, go get that last kid. We finished decoding the informant's report. That floating kid we've run into a few times now. Looks like he was a test subject in clinical experiments. The Soviets called him the third boy. The third boy was brought to a lab on the outskirts of Moscow from Czechoslovakia, after which he was due to be sent to a research center in Leningrad, then Siberia, and finally an academic town in Novosibirsk. It doesn't appear that the researchers witnessed the talents we've seen from him, but nevertheless he was quite the popular subject. His latent cognitive abilities suddenly awoke en route to Moscow. According to the report, the third boy was easily influenced by other individuals' biofields. Evil thoughts, in particular. They affected his mind like a virus. Extreme anger or resentment, motives for revenge, in other words. Now, during the transport flight to Moscow, the boy was exposed to a powerful mental energy field coming from a certain individual. Ever since, being conscious of his powers, he's become a sort of energy generator. What's unique about him is the way his acute telepathic abilities get taken over by another person's will. The boy began to physically parasitize individuals experiencing extreme anger and codify the host's desires. This includes amplifying the host's natural strengths. Or, in accordance with the host's desires, he can also implant program code in another individual, making them a puppet, essentially. Human neural synapses transmit weak electrical currents between neurons. These electrical currents, though at a level difficult to observe, warp the magnetic field outside the body. The third boy is able to pick up these weak fluctuations. Contrary to psychotronics, which involves controlling the human mind, his abilities as a receptor are too high. The emotions he picks up from another individual are amplified and unleashed into his body as they recur in his brain. They turn into microwaves, which then affect the physical world, triggering paranormal phenomena like the spontaneous combustion of organic matter or psychokinesis, moving an object without touching it. There's one other thing. While he's parasitizing a host, the boy's ego gets shut away, allowing the will of the host to take control of his powers, like some annoying static drowning out your own voice. That means he isn't responsible for what's been happening. Somebody's extreme anger has manifested through the third boy's powers in ways none of us could have predicted, which would mean this was going on somewhere around us. Looking back on it, a lot of things make sense now. The man on fire, Sahelanthropus, they both came to life thanks to the third boy's powers. Everything has been happening through him as a catalyst. We first saw him in the hospital on Cyprus. The boy parasitizing the man on fire's desire for revenge gave him his new abilities in return. He next appeared at the Hamid Fighters Fort where the honeybee was hidden. There, the boy parasitized Skullface's vengeful mind. He controlled Sahelanthropus, making it do whatever Skullface wanted. Same goes for when we extracted Emmerich onto the chopper. When he appeared at the Devil's House in Central Africa, Skullface's will controlled the man on fire via the third boy's powers. Everything is clear up to this point. But even the informant couldn't pinpoint who the host was in the cave within Serac power plant. Sahelanthropus suddenly became active, then crushed not only the man on fire, but Skullface as well. Surely neither of them could have been the host. Who else was at that location and bore anger more extreme than either of them? Whose will was controlling Sahelanthropus? According to the report, emotions transmitted in children's brains affect the surrounding magnetic field more strongly. Cerebral nerves are covered with insulation called myelin sheaths to increase impulse speed. The reason for this leakage has to do with the fact that children's myelin sheaths are still developing. So, how many children do you remember being there? Children with a burning desire for revenge and bearing a grudge against you. I can think of only one. Eli. We don't know what kind of life he's had, but the resentment he's shown toward adults is nothing short of extraordinary. The third boy resonated with Eli's mind. And that means Eli bore the strongest animosity of all individuals within the boy's reception range, estimated to be a 3-mile radius, beating out even Volgan and Skullface. The third boy has probably remained hooked on Eli's anger since. You remember at the Devil's House, the third boy showed an interest in Shabani? That must have been his ego making a rare appearance. He may possess abilities far beyond anyone else in the world, but he's still a kid. Maybe them both being kids was enough to bring them together. And if so, maybe with Eli, he isn't feeding off him, but acting in symbiosis with him. So what kick-started the third boy's powers? If we look at the location and time that his plane went down, we can make a pretty good guess. When the plane experienced the first anomaly, it gave an accurate report of its position to a control tower, due north of the Black Sea, 125 miles east of Kiev. Dead south on the Black Sea is Cyprus's Green Line. So the plane's position was directly north of the hospital where you'd been asleep for 9 years. And this anomaly was reported at exactly the same time that you woke up. The plane was enveloped in flame from the inside out. The fuselage burnt to ashes. There were no survivors, at least not publicly admitted. Your thoughts formed a synchronicity with the boy's psyche and were amplified inside his brain. That would have been more than enough to trigger his abilities. Your rage was like a big bang in his head, blowing the lid off his powers. The boy was then secretly moved to the lab outside of Moscow where Volgan was comatose. There, Volgan's thoughts resonated with the boy and he was awakened. Volgan became the man on fire, hell-bent on getting revenge on you. His instincts led him straight to you. Skullface knew Volgan from Operation Snake Eater, or perhaps from even before. Monitoring this pair of extraordinaries, he discovered the hospital and sent his assassin and XOF. Skullface was probably watching the situation from close by. Then, realizing how useful these two test subjects could be, he approached them. Reacting to Skullface's thirst for revenge, this time the boy let Skullface's will control Volgan. Volgan, at times driven by personal revenge, at times through Skullface's will, kept on moving, though his body was little more than dead meat. Perhaps there were moments where even your thoughts affected him as well. But without the boy's power, it was like the plug had been pulled from the socket. Everything was powered by anger, malice, revenge. This is how the end of the report sums things up. Both the third boy and the man on fire were originally test subjects of paranormal research for military applications, like telekinetically controlling the leader of an enemy nation and making him launch a nuke, or stopping the heart of someone on the wrong side of the Berlin Wall, experimenting with latent human abilities. They were used as tools of the Cold War. The boy's only crime was being born with unique gifts. But he was sacrificed on the altar of war. His life reduced to slavery under other people's wills. Turned into a living weapon with no will of his own. And eventually the only emotion he could feel must have been the desire to get revenge for the hand he'd been dealt. Boss, it's you that awakened the boy's powers. But there's more to it than that. I guess the anger emanating from you was something he could truly relate to.
I finally had a decent draft of the lyrics, so I showed them to Professor Galvez first. He liked them. He said I had done a superb job capturing the sense of a young girl's troubled heart. There were one or two lines I thought needed brushing up, so although he said lyrics aren't my specialty at first, he gave me some advice. Everything he said made perfect sense. When I tried putting in his changes, they made the song feel deeper, more sincere. That is the professor for you. He always has the answer. With the lyrics finished, I was ready to show Miller. He does not often take things seriously, but all of a sudden, he was saying, "Buzz, you have the soul of an Enka songwriter." And
I did not even listen to Enka all that much. Maybe I am pretty talented after all. But still, it took so much time to write the lyrics that there is hardly any time left to rehearse before Peace Day. The three of us rushed into the makeshift practice studio on Mother Base to see how we sounded together. Miller strummed away with a big smile on his face. I sang the main melody, and Professor Galvez improvised a backup melody. I know the professor is smart, but is there anything he cannot do? And Miller's guitar playing sounded a lot better now that he stopped singing. But I can hardly criticize his voice. I thought I had learned the song well enough listening to the tape as I wrote the lyrics, but I had trouble with the pitch and kept missing the rhythm. I have to practice, but there is almost no time left. It is just 3 days until Peace Day. Wait, I thought there were 3 days left before. I went and checked today's date with Miller and the professor. The date has not changed. It is the same day. Something is strange. Am I reliving the same day?
I hope you bought a better hamburger this time, Kazuhira.
Right. Well,
The last one was lacking in every way. The patty was too thin, the bun too dry, and the lettuce days old at best.
hey, that was 100% all beef patty, and no shortening in the bun either.
Nature's blessings, unadulterated, in hamburger form. Is that it? But when taste falls short, so does our gratitude to nature. Making such precious blessings unpalatable is sacrilege.
I hate to admit it, but I think you're right. I should have known better than to settle for second best. That's why I had him run some more R&D, develop a new burger. In fact, one of our researchers just dropped by with the latest results. Here it is. See how you like this?
We shall see indeed. I thank you for this bounty, Mother Earth.
So, what's the verdict?
Not bad.
And?
But it does not hold a candle to what I ate back home.
Everyone's a critic. Damn it. I was sure the Kobe beef, but maybe we didn't add enough. If we add any more, we're cutting into our profits.
Profits?
We'll be taking a loss on every unit.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Oh, anyway, I'll be back with another round of product.
I will be waiting. Did you say product?
Feeling hungry, old timer?
Old timer. I do not get hungry, no. But you have a new hamburger?
You guessed it. And this time we use lamb.
Lamb?
You're not a lamb kind of guy?
A hamburger is made of beef. Who ever heard of a hamburger without beef?
Yeah, but we gotta stay fresh, stand out from our competition.
You're what?
Just give it a try.
If you say so. Not bad. But I cannot call this a hamburger.
I thought we were onto something this time. Maybe the problem is that it looks like a regular hamburger. Gotta think outside the box. Too much baggage if they come in expecting just another burger. Let's see, cotton candy? To make it look like a sheep? Yeah.
Just a minute. You really think people would eat that?
What is it you are planning? Are you using me? A taste tester? A one-man focus group?
Well, actually, I've already started. I got a place called, Miller's Maxi Buns.
You are kidding me.
Well, to be honest, business hasn't been great. No one seems to like my, buns.
The Ocelot said Diamond Dog's budget did not add up. But you don't mean to tell me.
What? No. Our black budget's got it all covered. I'm not embezzling GMP or anything. Still, let's not say anything to Snake, okay?
Very well. However, Kazuhira, it takes more than premium ingredients and a clever recipe to satisfy the palate.
Okay, so what do we do?
The palate seeks one thing: chemical additives.
Chemical additives.
There is nothing mysterious or spiritual about good flavor. The tongue simply identifies specific amino acids, which the brain then recognizes as appealing. Therefore, all that is needed is to chemically isolate those amino acids and incorporate them into your products. To be clear, I speak of flavor. The rest is irrelevant.
That seems a little extreme.
Do not forget that I am a scientist after all. And using science for the benefit of others is a joy. In seeking coexistence with nature's blessings, not everything can remain in its natural form. When we fall ill, we must be treated. Otherwise, that very nature could cost us our lives. Agriculture is one of nature's many blessings. But through that process, we damage the surrounding vegetation.
Yeah. Whether it's a massive farm or a tiny field, we always leave our mark on the land.
The same is true of parasites. And for food preparation. If tapeworms in the raw meat of another animal enter the human body, they roam around trying to find their usual habitat. Sometimes even eating away at the brain in their confusion. So in looking through a scientific point of view, you see the necessity for processing food. Yes, it is also sometimes necessary to eliminate certain parasites, or selectively use or even modify others. Alternatively, we could say that if a man is part of nature, the work he does is also part of it. What is important is the balance.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, old-timer. You really opened my eyes. I fooled myself into thinking people today wanted high-quality, all-natural goods. But my favorite burgers were never about that. What they want is something like the first burger I had in America when I went to meet my dad. A Frankenburger loaded with additives. That's the America I knew and loved. I'll be back in a jiffy, old-timer. My next burger's gonna knock your socks off.
Kazuhira, wait. What is important is how we balance the... quick for a one-legged man. Frankenburger. What kind of a dive did your old man take you to?
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Clouds approaching. Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Deploying.
Boss, you okay? Could it be that sniper? Quiet. Quiet. Our silent assassin. Where's the sniping point?
Boss, come in. Boss?
Boss, you okay? Could it be that sniper? Quiet. Quiet. Our silent assassin. Where's the sniping point?
Boss, what happened? Boss!
Boss, you okay? Could it be that sniper? Quiet. Quiet. Our silent assassin. Where's the sniping point? Boss, take cover. There's a laser sight trained on your...
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
Boss, don't overdo it. You can always settle the score some other time. Better to live and fight another day.
Marker placed.
Sniper just disappeared. Zero visibility. If you can't mark him, you don't stand a chance. Stay sharp. Look out, boss. Take cover. There's a laser sight trained on your head. With those abilities of hers. No doubt about it. She has to be one of the Skulls. Now move in and finish her boss. She's working for Cypher.
Quiet is a valuable source of information, boss. There's no need to kill her. Think carefully. This is your decision.
Female sniper. Quiet. Cypher's assassin. Finish her. She's one of the Skulls. Hurry up and kill her.
No. Killing her would be a waste. Bring her back here.
Boss.
Boss!
Support helicopter.
Boss, you're not thinking of bringing her back here, are you? She works for Cypher. We don't even know the extent of her abilities. She is not setting foot on this base.
Good work, boss. Can't believe you took her down alive. Now bring her back here. Let's find out what she really is.
This is too dangerous. Kill her. Don't bring her to our home.
This is the boss's decision. I'll send the extraction chopper.
Boss, you know I've always got your back. But if you bring her here, I'll just have her killed. Boss, no.
mission info has been
Gaining
updated.
altitude.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
Departing.
Slipped the line, huh? Shame. She's one of a kind. Fine by me. We don't need her type. Boss, we need to talk. Get back to base. Everything else can wait. Good. You captured it alive.
Confirm. One bogey on our 6. Steady at 0.4 miles. It's tailing us.
Don't lead it back to Mother Base.
Roger. We'll shake it off.
she's setting foot on this base. Boss, she's with Cypher.
Thermals! Clear. Seize her. Fire! Miller! She saved the boss.
She was saving herself. Fire! Put her in the cell. Boss.
Keep an eye on her.
Right. Take her away. What are you waiting for? Move!
Boss, you are going to regret this. That woman...
I know. She knows our location. Either way, one of these days we're gonna have to kill her. But now is not the time. When the time comes, I'll pull the trigger.
Please select a mission. Please specify a project.